Gentlemen, I think I've got a cold, but it is a monster of a cold and I feel terrible. It's like it just keeps getting worse. I don't know about you, but when I feel terrible and I've got a cold, I look for the quickest, easiest way to get better. So today I thought we'd go over some quick tips on how you can get better faster. So you got a cold, you feel terrible, your nose is running, you got sinus pressure, you're coughing, sneezing, man, you just don't feel great. What should you do? Should you run out to the doctor and get an antibiotic? The answer is no. The reason? Because antibiotics aren't going to do a damn thing for your cold. Cold is a virus. Antibiotics actually just work for bacterial infections. So if you have a sinus infection, yes, go and get antibiotics because it's infection, bacteria. A cold, it's a virus. It comes, it goes. There is nothing you can do or take that's actually going to get rid of that virus. But there are some things that you can do in order to cut down on the symptoms and cut down on the duration. First and foremost is vitamin C. Take 500 milligrams of vitamin C a day when you have a cold. And by doing that, research has found that you actually cut down on the amount of symptoms that you experience by about half. It's also, the vitamin C acts as almost like a scavenger magnet. You take it and all the nastiness is actually going to be attracted to it. It's going to go around your body and act as like a big magnet for crappy stuff. The other thing you can do is actually start sucking on zinc lozenges or supplementing zinc. Zinc actually helps cut down on the duration of cold symptoms by about half. A lot of times if you start at the first onset of your cold symptoms, you're going to only actually limit your cold to about 4 days, or at least the lion's share of the symptoms for about 4 days. Another thing you need to do is definitely consume beverages, clear liquids, water, juice, just to help flush, hydrate, make sure that you're giving your body the best chance it has of getting over those symptoms faster. People say chicken soup, whatever, but really, in my opinion, it's vitamins. It's vitamin C, it's zinc. Take zinc, suck on zinc lozenges, drink a bunch of water, and more than anything, get some rest. You need to sleep. It'll go away. Gentlemen, I gotta go. Good night. Alright, so let me give you one final word of advice from a guy who's got a pretty big schnoz. One of the worst things about having a runny nose is constantly blowing your nose, but it's the raw, uncomfortable feeling that you get from constantly doing this. Well, one tip or trick that I've used over the years to protect my nose is actually using Vaseline. When I've got a real bad runny nose or a cold, I will rub some Vaseline around my nostrils, or pretty much the entire bottom part of my nose. And what this does is, it's not too sexy. You don't want to walk around town with a glob of Vaseline all over your nose. Not sexy. But when you're feeling crappy and your nose is hurting, sexy can be tossed out the window. But what you can do is rub a little bit of Vaseline all over your nose and let it hang out. So when you go and you blow your nose, it's not going to be quite as irritating and as abrasive. Before you go to bed, I would lather that bad boy down and go to sleep. And it's going to help soothe, it's going to help heal, and you'll be amazed at the difference the next morning when you wake up by just putting and smearing some Vaseline around those inflamed nostrils. Look at the size of my nose. You think I haven't figured out some tricks and tips? Me with a sore nose is like a giraffe with a sore throat. Damn! I'm not really sick.